healing is stupid, meditation is for hippies, circles and like connection and talking about your feelings is a waste of time, and God, men's groups, don't even get me started. That shouldn't even be a concept. Have you ever thought that? Or have you heard people say that? Or do you know some people that are like, oh, that sounds like something they would say? Okay. And I want to get into this. I want to get into this because I was this, and very skeptical. And there's a reason, like a deep reason why we feel this way. And you're only limited by that which you are unwilling to feel. Either you own it or it owns you. So if you want to own this part of you, if you want to stop being manipulated by your feelings, by your emotions, then this one's for you. Let's dive right in. All right, so this one was inspired by a friend who was saying something about men's groups. It was something that I suggested to them, and they went, it's all BS, and it's for people who are unhappy with their lives and don't know what to do. And gosh, I could so relate to this, because before my spiritual shift, and I shared this in several videos, I remember a friend sharing with me, she had 2 Eckhart Tolle books in mind, and she was like, oh, I don't know which one to suggest to you. And I'm just like, neither. And it's hippie. And she was telling me about meditation. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that because I have a life. And I'm not one of those people who don't have their shit together. And here we are. When we protect ourselves, and this is a protection mechanism. So whether you're hearing this from someone and you're like, oh, okay, what I do is woo-woo, because here's what happens. There are several stages of this. So the first one is you just reject the whole thing, right? And it's stupid, and basically what I just described. That is when you are so terrified of personal expression, you are so terrified to be seen and witnessed, like you're afraid of your demons, you're definitely not up for other people witnessing your demons, okay? And therefore there are rejections of all these circles, of all these groups. And like, judgment about that. And then there's the next stage when you're like, you've experienced that, you're like, oh my God, yes, but you're still in the closet about it, and you're like, okay, well, that's woo-woo. And again, we all go through these stages. So if you're there in that woo-woo stage, understanding that it may be woo-woo for other people, but it's your truth. And are you willing to stand in that truth? Because until you own it, you can't utilize all the resources that are available to you through those modalities, right? So a lot of people, even further down the line, they go into this, right, I'm the creator of my reality, and life's working for me. Oh, and I can't get what I want, and I have to put myself in this little box. And hey, still falling into this trap sometimes, because we all have an ego, okay? Like, nobody really gets free from that. It's just something that you learn to play with and to have fun with. So this one, I also want to emphasize that you don't enlighten yourself out of problems. I just recently had a client, and he was there like, oh, I thought that the whole presence practice would be my way to freedom, and that it's how you like presence yourself out of your problems. And it's like, it's not that. You still have it, but you just learn to move through it in a different way. You have a different relationship with your emotions. Every emotion, everything, every trigger, everything that comes up in your life is just an invitation for wholeness. And so you love it so much, and you want to experience it. And so going from, okay, it's all woo-woo, or like, okay, me and my woo-woo beliefs, to actually owning it, to actually standing in your ground. And how do we move past that? And first of all, I just want to really highlight this. Don't try to push anyone to that, because I feel like a lot of people have also been in that place of just like, oh, but this is amazing, and I want to share this. And the person may be at this like, that's stupid, I'm not doing that. And like, this is for those people. And judging that. And they're like, oh no, but it's going to be so healing. And like, now that you said that, I definitely know that you need that healing. Because you're like, you have these insecurities within you. No, you're not here to heal anyone. You're not here to fix anyone, okay? working on yourself. Why is it so important for you that this person understands? Why is it so important for you that they're on the same path that you are? Okay? It's all within you. And please, please, please don't try to fix other people. Okay? It doesn't end well. And what you're really doing is you're denying the perfection of where the person is. And we often do that, especially in those, God, this should be like a whole other video. But we often do this, especially when it's a close dynamic and we're like, I so need my friend to understand this so we can go on this path together because we've been going through life together and I want us to continue that. So it's like we try to control so that we don't feel alone, so that we don't feel abandoned, because it can be scary to walk that path. A lot of us when we get on this path, or whether it's personal development, whether it's the spiritual path, we have to let go of a lot of relationships because those people aren't going where we're going. And that can be scary because then we feel really alone and isolated. But that is actually this initiation to connect us to ourselves, to connect us to something deeper. When I said to ourselves, I meant like the God life source consciousness within you, that is all around you, that is within you, connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to the elements. This is for my shamanic practice. You can interpret it any way you want. Those moments of like, okay, I have to let go of this tribe, and then have the initiation, and then after, when you're standing firmly in that, your people are just drawn to you, like just most random circumstances, situations, like it just happens. So, what are you hearing me say? I said so many things. Noticing which one you're at. You may want to send this to the people that are there on the first level, judging all those, the woo-woo and the hippie things. And how can you be the living example? This is what I want to really emphasize, because a lot of the people, they go into this work not because they were, brainwashed into it, but because they saw someone get into it, shift their life completely, and they're like, wow, I want to do that. Like, I'm having whatever she's having, So we want to lead by example. We want to not go into like, you need to fix you and you need to be this way. But actually, you're in that place where nothing needs to be fixed about the other person. Like, they're just perfect as they are. And can that be enough? Can that be okay? And if you're not in that place, working on those triggers. So again, what's landing for you? Let me know below. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new here, and as always, I am wishing you such a powerful day. And if you want a little bonus, if you want a little treat, there is a freebie down below. There are actually 3 practices when you sign up, but the first one that you get is this guided experience where you're like dropping all your masks and all your identities. And this was huge when I was going through depression. And so I strongly recommend this practice, and please share it with anyone who may resonate, because this work is sacred and healing, and this is how the world changes. So I thank you for being here, and until next time.